Welcome to Financial Accounting 141. In this video, we'll be working through the module outline. You've all received a copy within the first week. If you have not received a copy has been placed on eCanva in the module administration folder. So let's go through the module outline. In order to be registered for Financial Accounting 141, if you're a BCom student, you need to have registered for QAC or MAM 126. If you become 4-year student, you must have passed the ACC 130, 131, and 133 module, as well as be registered for QAC or MAM, or must have passed that modules. So in the course, we'll be going through the welcome statement, the content of the course, the rules and the responsibilities, the complaints procedure, and then the teaching and learning practices. The first part is, on behalf of the Department of Accounting, we'd like to welcome all our students to Financial Accounting 141, and we hope that you have a good experience within this course. The lecture program, which is a provisional program, starts by saying we have 14 weeks within the module and a term break, a week break, between the 7 weeks. We'll start with what is accounting as an information system, the conceptual framework, the accounting equation and analysis of transactions. We'll then extend it to external transactions. We record external transactions within the general journal, general ledger. We'll move to internal transactions. We'll then prepare financial statements. We'll do closing entries, and then we'll start with inventory, recording purchases and sales, as well as value-added tax. We'll end off with bank reconciliation and then the analysis of financial statements, which is our ratio analysis. The staff for the module is myself, Mr. Ardenser. I'm the module coordinator and one of the lecturers on the module. My office is at room 409, and that is my email address. My co-lecturer is Mr. Singh, who can be found in room 408, and that's his email address. And then any marks related queries, you email our marks administrator, Ms. Tasha, at room 408, and that is her email address. We have an independent lecturer, which is Mr. Adams, and you'll meet him in your second year. Our consultation times will be posted on our doors as well as on eCanva. So you have our consultation times. During the consultation times, we are freely available, so you can come and consult either myself or Mr. Singh. Outside of consultation times, please ensure that you make a booking beforehand, as we might be busy with either administration or meetings, etc. So please book. For consultation, you can either come individually if you have a problem, or you can make an appointment, and you can come as a group as well. So we'll move on to the rules and responsibilities of the module. For you, we expect attendance in all lectures and tutorials. As you know, we're using the scaffolding approach to lecturing, which means that the one builds on from the other. So all our topics build on, and therefore we expect 100% attendance. For our full-time students, the mock administration with regards to homework, it's due 10 o'clock on a Monday. You can submit any time before 10 o'clock. You can even submit on the Friday prior if your homework has been completed. So you submit it in the submission boxes on the ground floor of the EMS building. On the right-hand side of the BOE lab, on the ground floor, the computer lab, in the slipway there's a series of submission boxes. You submit your homework in Financial Accounting 141 and then according to your tutorial group number. We expect a cover page for your tutorial, so please have this on a separate page and attach it to your homework. Your name, surname, student number, the module, the homework number, the date of the homework is due, your tutor's name, tutorial group number, the time and every period, as well as the venue. Please ensure that this is on a separate page submitted attached to your homework. We have class tests for Financial Accounting 141. We will have 5 class tests, of which we'll take the best 4. Class tests will be on a Wednesday afternoon, starting at 5 o'clock and ending at 5:40. If you arrive 10 minutes late, you will unfortunately not be allowed in the venue. Please take note of that. Again, for the class tests, you have your cover page with all your details on. Late submission, no late submission will be accepted without the prescribed doctor's certificate, as your homework is due before Monday 10 o'clock, not necessarily on Monday. So you can submit your homework before the time. Marks query process: when you receive a mark from the marks administration system, which is MAS, you collect your script either from your tutor or in the consultation room. You compare that with a memo, and if you have a query, you then query at room 408 with the marks administrator first. If you are unhappy with anything with your query, you first go to the lecturer or tutor. After that, you come to the module coordinator and then to the independent lecturer. So we designed the tutorials in order to have a hands-on approach. So the tutorials will focus on the application of the theory which we go through in the lectures. Then we have a complaints procedure and the class representative, which will be elected during class time. We then look at the outcomes of the module, which is our task words: to define, record, distinguish, apply, prepare, and analyze. So those are the types of task words we're dealing with. The prerequisites is you have to pre-read for lectures to ensure. That means go through, browse through the slides and get an understanding of what we'll be teaching. You have 3 lectures, 1 tutorial, and then you have about 3 hours to go through and prepare the homework question. Then you have an additional time, which is self-study time. That's time to work through additional questions or to go through and watch the lecture videos. Then we have the composition of the final mark. The final mark is split 50-50 between the coursework and the exam mark. For our continuous assessment, our semester mark, you have 2 term tests weighted evenly, your homework, tutorial, and then your class test, which also counts, equal to that of a term test. So if you score well in all 4 class tests or 5 class tests, it will be equal to that of a term test, which means we expect continuous working. In order to pass the module, you need a final mark of 50%. Take note of your term test dates. First term test which will be on the 17th of March at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, and the second term test will be on the 21st of April. The 6 test dates will be announced on Canva, and then closer to the time you'll get your exam timetable and your supplementary examination timetable. For this module, we require 2 prescribed books. One is the concepts-based introduction to financial accounting, and the second one is the question book. Please ensure that you purchase the 5th edition. That is the important part, that the 5th edition is purchased. In addition to that, you have your notes taken during lectures, your own answers for your homework, and your suggested solutions for tutorials, class tests, and tests. If you're struggling with any of the concepts, we expect you to get the undergraduate financial accounting book. There are copies available in the library. So this is not a prescribed but a recommended text. Go and look at the book in the library and have a look at each of the chapters or the specific chapter that you're struggling with. Then we have the avoid plagiarism policy. We do allow people to work into groups when you do your homework, but please ensure that you understand the work and that you do your own work. The homework requires you to make a solid attempt of the question and gives the tutor feedback as to what you understand and don't understand, which is very important. If you score 100% for your homework, the tutor then will assume that you understand all the work. If you make your own attempt and you score 50%, then the tutor can identify exactly which work or which section of the work you don't understand. We wish you all the best within the module. We hope that you enjoy the time with us in Financial Accounting 141 and that you will elect 142 to continue with in the second semester. Again, if you have any questions, please direct your questions to either myself or Mr. Singh as the lecturers, and any mark queries to the marks administrator.